Hello people, so I decided to delete those first couple of videos I made today and start over because I got a I investigated and found that at the Walmart superstore, not my local one, I could get higher wattage bulbs. This is better. Um, I grew up on the old light bulbs, and so that type of light I got used to. It's not that the LED is a bad thing. It's just more like familiarity. This is a different kind of light, and then I also saw that there's all kinds. So it's like I have more to learn about regarding light bulbs. But anyway, this is better. So I thought, let me delete those last two videos and start over. What I was sharing was just a few thoughts about the passing of Sinead O'Connor. Rest in peace. I liked Sinead O'Connor. I shared that I never bought any of her records necessarily, but I had at least one or two of her CDs as a result of being a DJ. I used to do weddings and dances through the 90s and 2000s. And my brother Patrick, rest in peace, when he worked for a record distributor, regional distributor, for the longest time he gave me a lot of promos until he figured that he could sell them. And so I know that he gave me promos of Sinead O'Connor. And when I started DJing, I was doing it the old way with CDs and cassettes before I could afford a laptop. And when I got one, I donated my DJ collection to the agency I worked for, Community Alliance. So they got my Sinead CDs. But I do have her, and listened to this yesterday. It's funny how I'll talk about, I don't ever listen to Peter Gabriel, and it gets me to listen to him. And her duet with Peter on here, The Blood of Eden, it's a beautiful song. I love the video as well. She had a very strong emotional voice, very affecting. I actually have two versions of The Blood of Eden. They're, being a collector. Don't have it on vinyl, though. I have, the album, Us, but don't have the 7-inch single. Had never found one. Sinead was very obviously very human and had, challenges, mental health challenges as well as life challenges. And I just saw her as a very brave soul, willing to take on the public, and do what she has always felt is right in her heart. I was so impressed and touched by her actions on Saturday Night Live regarding the Pope, that picture. To me it's a shame that when someone stands up and speaks truth to power, that they get labeled controversial or difficult. It's like we live in a world where just some of the most heinous things go on right under our noses, but because we believe the false narrative that we're fed, even when people try to wake you up and show you what's really going on, people just go along numbly. I applaud Sinead for being a person willing to take on fake shit. My heart breaks the fact that her son, whatever the issues were, or if it was biological mental illness that caused him to take his own life. I mean, he didn't even make it to adulthood. That's got to be rough. And I went ahead and watched she was doing social media, and there's a recent video of her at home. And she appears to be in a somewhat good mood, but very scattered, and I could just see. It's my nature, to read people. And I could see that, she's tortured soul. May she rest in peace. I have several things that she sings on that, but I haven't pulled them. But here's one that I did. Special Cases by Massive Attack, and her voice on this is pretty much perfect. This is a very spooky track, and she nails it, And then these remixes heighten the effect of her voice. Very passionate, powerful voice. So I do respect her and feel that she's an important artist. As I've said in videos past when talking about artists passing, when you see the outpouring of grief and love when people pass, like it's happening right now with Sinead O'Connor, it just again illustrates to me again strongly how important art and music is to the fabric of life. And these people are really important, way more important to our hearts and minds and our well-being than these horrible fake leaders and politicians that we're dealing with. I mean, look, here in the United States, it's so ridiculous that the politicians aren't even addressing issues. They're just fighting each other. And taxpayers paid these people for that? Anyway, that's why music is my sanctuary, and that's why I keep it real simple. The weather is unbearable. Well, I mean, we have to bear it, but today the humidity is up around 88%. It's clouded over right now, but it's still, it's just, like I said, I just got back from the store. The weather, the air is so heavy here. It reminds me of when I first traveled down to Louisiana, and as we got towards the bayou area, New Orleans, the humidity I had never experienced before. I wanted to take my skin off. That's what it feels like here in Omaha right now. It's like, this is crazy. This is some funky ass weather. So anyway, as I look at the picture here, I am still seeing the difference in light, and that I'm going to just get used to. I don't think I need to get a new camera. I mean, I could get a new camera, but I don't need to. You can see me. So we'll just get used to this slightly yellowness. It was a different yellow before, which I was quite comfortable with. That's just life, isn't it? I will say something about current events, okay? So the way that the media and people are handling this slow leak of supposed information about UAPs and UFOs, I don't have any inside information. Wish I did. I would, It just makes me suspicious that what's been going on regarding other presences here on the planet besides us humans is that there's just, a much deeper plot that's been in motion for a long time. And I suspect that the government is not even totally informed as to what's going on. And I don't know what it means that it's being discussed and this whistleblowing is going on. I don't know if there will be anything that changes or that any revelation that, you know what I'm trying to say, disclosure, as far as I can tell, this is what they're calling disclosure. We common folks are left in the dark. People are seeing all sorts of stuff in the skies all the time. It's not all just drones. If it's our technology, well, where did we get it? How, and what's going on with it? That's my position. It's like, just, I'd like to know what's really going on. And we're not really being told shit. So that's my position on UAPs and UFOs. I haven't seen anything. I'd like to, I think. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let me stop babbling. Family, hope you're all right. People, please be careful in this weather and in these insane times. We are supposed to be progressing, but we're making Devo profits. We're devolving and fast.